So the final functionality is we want to click over an image, and that will close the modal and insert the image in our tweet area. So let's finally do that third functionality here. So this is what we want to do. User can click to select a GIF. So how you want to do that? We need to add event listener clicks, click event listener. And we'll use event delegation again to whole area or browse GIFs and narrow in on image, then get the image tags original, the data-original URL, close modal, insert original URL into tweet area. So that's basically what we need to do. So first of all, user can click area. We need to add a click event listener to the whole browse GIF. So we already have the browse GIFs up here, which we used for inner HTML. What if we also add a event listener to that? So browse GIF, add event listener. If it's click upon, we're going to select a GIF. Okay, so let's write that function here. Select GIF, and then we'll definitely need the E. And for now, we'll just console log e.target. Let's see what comes up. All right, so let's see here. Click on this one. Yes, I get all of that data. So I just am interested in dataset.original to get this URL, right? So dataset.original, just double check. Perfect, so now I'll get that URL and I'm gonna insert that into our tweet area. But first, okay, we got this one here. Maybe we'll say const URL equals that. All right, and then we need to close the modal. So how do we do that? Okay, now this is where each CSS framework is different. We are using, what are we using? We are using Materialize CSS. So if you go to Materialize CSS and find out how they do their modals and find out how they close their modals, there, they have an instance.close. Now, what is this instance now? This instance is coming from their own JavaScript method that they've defined. So this, we'll have to use this, which we already should have based on this, right? So in here, let's just copy this kind of thing. Now the question is this elem, how do we get that? So it's going to look like this, but how do we get this elem? Is it sort of like jQuery where you put in, hashtag whatever, or is it more like the document query selector? That's the issue. I think it's the document query selector way. So let's try that. And what are we trying to get here? We're trying to get this modal. So what is this modal? Oh, there it is, GIFs modal. Just double checking, do I have a GIFs modal already? No, I don't. Okay, so GIFs modal. Oh. And then we say instance.close. That's according to the docs. Let's check it out. So if I click on any one of these, I expect this to close. Click, perfect. Now, before you close, did we get the URL? Yeah, we got the URL, perfect. So now, what do we need? Insert the insert original URL in suite areas. So this is where it comes in handy to maybe find out how the CSS framework looks. Okay, I think I'm going to insert it in here. Image gif poll, which is a div that I previously made. So let's just get that image gif poll. And let's put it in. Inner HTML equals. Now, let's just see what happens if we just put an image tag here. And in here will be the what? Will be our URL, which we grabbed earlier. Let's see how that looks like. Probably the CSS is going to be off on that, but that's okay. Let's choose this one. Perfect. And we need to move that over. Based on the CSS frameworks, I believe I previously figured it out to be div. And the class was, I believe, call S6 offset S4, or maybe it was F. We'll try S4 offset of S4. We'll see how that looks like. No, that did absolutely nothing. I'll be back. I'm now back. I just checked my other backup code, and it's not that div, it's this div. So class of card image, S4 offset S4, that should center it nicely. Perfect. And now that's the end of the lab. Don't worry about tweeting it here. We'll save that till the end, but that's the end.